Okay, thanks for listening to J&J, where we talk about anything music, really. We don't really have any genres other than music in general. We'll listen to indie, old stuff, new stuff. What do you think?
You listen to far more variations of music than I do.
Yeah. So this is the fun part. I introduce more stuff for you, and you can introduce other things for me that I haven't even looked up yet.
Okay.
Yeah, for today, we have at least two different ones we'll talk about. We got an indie band for you, and we got that new Iron Maiden album that came out last year.
Yeah. Okay.
So, we'll go with the Iron Maiden first. So for this one, originally, what they were talking about, when they released their, what is the album? Senjutsu? I think it is, how you say it?
Oh, I don't know how to say it.
But either way, when they were releasing this one out, the original plan that I remember hearing online was that they were just going to finish up their greatest hits tour they were doing at the time and just do that album from front to back to promote it. How do you think that would have worked out?
No. Just no. You're Iron Maiden. How do you play a show without playing the Trooper? How do you not play Aces High?
Well, when they've been playing just the greatest hits for years now.
But that's what people want to hear.
Yes, but they're still coming out with new songs.
So, okay. I can compare it to Metallica here. Because Metallica I've seen twice. And the first time I saw them, they played a lot of the Saint Anger album.
Okay.
Which I couldn't stand.
I concur with that one.
The second show I saw them at, they played one song from Saint Anger and the rest was the things I wanted to hear.
Okay, but what was their album at the time for that second show? Do they have one?
Yes, it was, what the hell is it called? The one with cyanide on it.
I'll have to look that one up. I don't remember that
I
one.
can tell it's a white cover and it had like a black coffin looking thing on it. It was the best album since the Black Album. And that one.
Hardwired. Oh, no, Death by Magnetic, sorry.
That's
Death by
right.
Magnetic. Hardwired's the first song.
And it's a good song.
Yeah.
Hardwired's a good song. That's the best album since the Black Album by far.
I know I've heard songs from that one. I don't think I've heard that one. But that was the album at the time, and they played more of the old stuff.
Yeah. They played Hardwired to Self-Destruct. They played Cyanide. And I think that's it. And they stuck to the things that people want to see.
Okay. But for Maiden, when they've been going around, they've been doing just the same songs over and over for...
Switch it up. The catalog is huge for them.
Yes.
They're no different than Metallica. Metallica's the best comparison because they're the two biggest bands. The catalog is huge. Don't play one album. You can't because especially with Maiden, because Iron Maiden, everything Brave New World and before, everything is awesome. You can't not play. I don't care if they go one song from this album, one song from this album. You pick the song because they're all fucking good. They're all good. Just no.
But just for full disclosure, they ended up actually doing a little bit of everything. Their current tour that they've been doing for the past couple years is the Legacy of the Beast tour, which has been going on since 2018. Due to real-world circumstances, probably had something to do with a couple delays there.
Yeah, you think.
But it looks like they never did actually follow through with that idea of going out and just doing that one album.
That makes me happy. That makes me so happy. Because if I was I am a Maiden fan. I'm a huge Maiden fan. If I went to that show and they only played stuff off I'd be pissed. Yeah. Give me my money back.
That could be why they ended up doing it this way. Because I remember there was a lot of feedback not good feedback for it.
The catalog is too big and too good to only play. Like, if they want to revisit, maybe, like, if they want to go back and play Peace of Mind in its entire... like, Metallica's done that.
Yes, I remember hearing
If they want to go back, play Peace of Mind, front to back.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's mine. It's the best one. Mm-hmm. It's obviously my opinion. Others will argue.
Yeah,
but
even they want to do a couple shows like that, just older, certain albums, just a handful of shows.
Yeah, I'd totally go to that because a lot of those songs they don't play all the time.
Yeah,
so you want to go see those songs live. And they're awesome live, but it is what it is.
With them promoting the new album, how many songs do you think they should be playing from that new album? Just because you still want to promote the new album, because they're still doing new stuff.
It depends what the time allotted is they're allowed to be on stage, or how long they want to be on stage.
When are they not headliners?
But do they have an hour? Do they have an hour and a half? Do they have go till you're done? It depends.
I think they'd probably manage about 90 minutes, hour and a half.
So you play 3 songs max from the new album, and you, again, pick a song from any album.
Yeah.
The only album that you should leave out is No Prayer for Dying. But I'm pretty sure Fear of the Dark's on that one. And you have to play Fear of the Dark. So there's your one song off that album. Yeah. So we're good there.
Well, even with their discography, you can't even just pick one from every album because there's so many albums.
No Prayer for Dying, you can pick one.
Oh, no, like you can't get one from every album, is what I was trying to say. Because there's so many albums.
Yeah, there's so many.
Yeah.
And their band name is Iron Maiden.
Yes.
If they don't play Iron Maiden, that's criminal. It's criminal. You have to play Iron Maiden. You're called Iron Maiden. Play Iron Maiden. And it's a fantastic song. So you have to play it. You have to. I understand that they've been doing it for a while, and you play this song for 20 years, and you want to play... Okay, so pick a different song. But there are certain songs you have to play Iron Maiden. You have to play Iron Maiden. You're called Iron Maiden.
Did they play that one when we went?
Yes. Unfortunately, you have to play Run to the Hills. That song I could do without. It's a fantastic song, but it's just like, it's the only one anybody knows. It's the only one.
Yeah, I think that's when they normally play on the radio as a go-to song too.
It doesn't matter if you like metal, if you like Iron Maiden, if you have listened to the radio at any point in your life, you've heard Run to the Hills.
Yeah, because that is the only Iron Maiden song, at least in our area of Canada. That is the only Iron Maiden song you will hear on the radio.
I mean, you'll get an education if you listen to that song.
Yeah. Oh, for a lot of those songs, you could say that.
But, good God, can we... Something else? Anything else? Anything else? The Trooper is fantastic. Peace of Mind, the whole album, front to back, you could just... Revelations is my favorite song.
I think they played that one when we were there, too.
They did indeed.
Yeah.
And I was happy, happy, happy. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that was the first time I heard that song, was at the concert. I didn't listen to Peace of Mind before.
But I did, and do, and you've heard it before.
No.
That's
anytime we've played Maiden when I was around in the car or stuff like that, it was
always... It was Best of the Beast, always.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay.
That, or you always had Heart. So... Yes, I know. Blame the daughters.
I didn't... It wasn't always, Jay. It wasn't.
All right.
But they're awesome. So let me just get that out there. They're awesome.
That's a conversation for a different day. So have you even heard the new album yet?
No.
Well,
I've heard a little bit just because you showed me it last time you were here, and then I've been so busy and haven't had time.
Life.
Yeah.
For this album in general, it seems like they're going a lot more melodic, you could say. They're not as fast and gallopy as it used to be.
And I'm mixed about that.
Yeah.
I am, because I do like melodic stuff.
Yes. But there is a lot of it seems like now. Which, it makes sense because, they're not young by any means anymore.
It might be too late in the game for them to switch it up.
Yeah.
Just do what you do because it's awesome.
Yeah.
Don't switch it up now.
They got their formula. They still got a lot of songs. It's still good. It's just, it's nowhere close to what they used to be. But
they're all fantastic musicians, and they can play whatever they want. And I'm by no means the guy that decides what Iron Maiden's going to write and play.
No. As soon as you get outside people trying to say, you should play this, it's not Iron Maiden anymore.
But there's a lot of stuff that's out there that's melodic that I actually like. And there's a lot of stuff that I don't like. And when I put Iron Maiden on, I just want to hear Iron Maiden. I don't want to hear some new variated version of Iron Maiden. I want to hear Iron Maiden. This is why it's hard for me to switch with bands. That's why it was so hard for me to switch with Metallica. Because, like, what? No. I'm not even going to get into that, because that's a whole other thing.
I don't know if I could go through that conversation.
I don't know if you could handle that conversation, because I'd get emotional about that.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Iron Maiden's the best band on earth. By far.
Yeah, they still put on their show hasn't dropped by any means.
And Bruce can still do what Bruce does.
Yes.
I think that's why they can still go. Because if Bruce can't do it anymore, you're done. You don't get a new one now.
No.
You can't.
Well, I don't think you can replace any of them now. Like,
the only thing they could pull off if Bruce couldn't do it anymore is if they got Paul Di'Anno or Blaze Bayley back.
I'm trying to remember any of the feuds going on with them right now.
Oh, God. This is new to me.
I don't think there is any.
No, because they get along.
Yeah. I don't think there's any bad blood between them other than... there was a few things, I believe it was Paul Di'Anno, the first singer.
Yeah, there was at one point, but now they're all old and mature and they're over it.
Yeah.
It is what it is. And Blaze Bayley, as far as I know...
He just got stuck in a bad spot.
I saw an interview with him once, I forget where. But it was... The question for him was, how do you feel about not being in Iron? He's like, well, what can you do? Yeah. Bruce Dickinson's coming back. That means I'm out. There's nothing you can do there.
Yeah, he was just put in a bad spot because Bruce left and then he had to come in, and a lot of people just never got that changeover for it.
I always felt bad for Blaze Bayley.
Yeah.
Because how enough do you follow Bruce Dickinson? I always felt bad for him, but he pulled it off.
Yeah.
He can't do the Bruce stuff like Bruce does, but Bruce can do the Blaze stuff.
Yes.
Like Bruce does. And it makes it better.
Yeah. Because the second album I bought from Maiden was it Virtual 11 or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one with the Klansman on it?
Yes.
That's such a great song.
Yeah, that was the second album I bought from Maiden. First one was Somewhere in Time, just because that was the first one I was introduced to at the time.
I don't know if I remember what my first Maiden album purchase was. My brother always had them, and I could listen to them whenever I want. I honest to God. It was probably Best of the Beast, and then I'm like, okay, I need to know what album songs are on, and I love them. I love them. That's why they're most of the records over there.
Nice.
And the other one would surprise you. But that's a different day.
Different day, yeah. Aye.
What more can I say about Iron Maiden? They're the fucking best band on earth.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much everything for the new one, other than they're still touring, and if we want to see them when they come by us, you got to see Within Temptation at the same time.
Okay. Because I like them.
Yeah.
So, okay. They got different... They've changed their style up Within Temptation has.
Yes. Well, they did one. They actually they released a comic to follow the album.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah. So the album see if I can find it real quick for you. But they did the one album.
They have a song called. So their style is very different.
Yes.
My favorite song from Within Temptation is kind of off the grid because it's Frozen, and it's for sentimental reasons. Because when I was listening to it, that's the song that my youngest daughter gravitated to.
Okay.
So she always wanted to hear that song because she loved it.
Mm-hmm.
So I really enjoy Frozen because I just think of when she was a kid. So that, and I like the new one too. I don't know if it's new, but it's the newest one I've heard. I think it's called Faster.
Oh, I know that one.
I really like that one too.
Just trying to look up the one I have on my playlist right now.
And she is a fantastic singer.
I can't find it right now. There was a few of them. There was one that they did a duet, but it's only on YouTube. It wasn't recorded that I know of.
Listen, I'll say it because I don't think anybody else will. But when it comes to, like, she can hit high notes that I don't think Mariah Carey could hit. Not that I'm a fan of her, but that's a totally different day.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think there's enough time for me to go off about what I think about her.
No, she's more of just, a boot job, so.
How many times... I'll say this. This is the only thing I'll say about her.
Okay.
Because I'm going to get in trouble, I think. How many times do you have to get caught lip syncing before people start realizing, maybe you're not what you are?
Okay. I think it was The Unforgiven. Yeah, that's one they did a comic book for. So the CD ended up working like a soundtrack to this limited edition comic book, or graphic novel, if you want to call it that.
Okay.
So for all the songs on that album...
Do you know what novel it went to?
I think it was under the same name.
The Unforgiving.
Yeah.
I'll have to pick that up.
If you can find it.
Internet. You can find anything these days.
I don't see anything here about it offhand, but I believe that was the one. And then they got one, I think it was Hydra was the one where you have most of the newer songs you're thinking of.
I'm sad that I'll never see them live. That'd be a good show.
Well, if you can manage to get your hands on some tickets.
There's a bunch of other bands from that area of the world that I'd really like to see too, but I don't think I'm ever going to go to another concert, so it is what it is.
Yeah. I know Nightwish was coming to London a couple times, but...
And I would have went to that in a heartbeat.
It depends who the lineup is now.
Yeah, they got no Marco. They got no... I think his name is Yuko. Or Yuka, the drummer.
The drummer, yeah. The drummer was sad. He was on the tour. I remember hearing that insomnia was getting to him every time they were touring. So, understandable.
Really, you think? Oh, I'd never sleep if I was in that position. Ever.
For all the singers they've had, they all work in their own way. Flora...
I disagree.
For the singers?
I disagree entirely.
Okay.
So, I mispronounce everything, but Tara Turinen is a fantastic singer. They adopted a style.
Yes.
They had to change their style when Annette took over.
Yes, because she could not...
She couldn't sing
the
songs the way they're supposed to be sung.
Right.
So, I disagree. Annette is a good singer.
Yes.
She's not a good Nightwish singer.
Oh, for the albums they did with her,
they had to change their style to fit her voice.
Yeah, but I still think that all worked. They just couldn't play almost anything from the back catalog.
It did. Well, listen, as far as I'm concerned, Floor Jansen's the best singer that they've ever had.
And she can pull off their back catalog.
Uh-huh, and she does it better.
Yeah.
I think. She does it better. A good example of that is, like, watch Ghost Love Score. I'm pretty sure it was a Tara Turner song.
Yes, I was on...
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was on the Once album.
I've seen reactions on the YouTube. Mm-hmm. People cry when Floor Jansen sings it. Like, she takes it to... Everything Tara Turner did, she did really well, but it was a more operatic style. Yes.
Yeah, that's the way she was trained.
Yeah.
So.
But Floor Jansen takes all of the stuff that they did with Tara Turner, she takes it to another level. I love all of the singers. I want to make that clear. I love them all.
Yeah.
I don't dislike any of them. I don't even dislike Annette. But they had to change their style.
Yeah.
And I don't know much about how she left, but...
We'll figure that out for a different day.
I know a couple of things, but I don't know the backstory.
It wasn't as publicized as the open letter from when they got rid of Tara or Tara.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it. I only speak one language, and it's this one, so I don't know how to... I mispronounce things.
That one was kind of brutal for her.
I think I'm pronouncing her last name right,
yeah.
And that's all I can go for.
Alright, so now I'm going to bring you over to some indie music.
Oh, good. Stuff I've never heard before.
Stuff you've never heard, never seen, or... So this part I think could be kind of fun. Because everybody has some bands you've never heard of. Just, some bar bands that are trying to make it, or just independent artists. Some independent artists you've heard of before, just because they get radio play from Luck.
Yeah.
But they still have all their own rights to their songs. So, for today, I thought I'd mention Ruby's Revenge for You. They're out of Brantford. And I believe they have...
So, for those that don't know, if anybody actually is listening, they're from Brantford, Ontario, in Canada.
Yes, and they have 2 full albums, and one would be your like a single. They're I can't remember what we would call it, but it's only like 5 songs for their first album. So this one, you can tell they're trying. They were a 3-piece band. The singer plays bass at the same time.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah. But now I believe they have a 4th person for when they perform. And for their newest album, Visions, they actually got a decent producer this time. So all in general, the album sounds more professional. And there's a lot of studio music in there you can get when you have a good producer. Because they can just keep mentioning, hey, try this with a piano or a keyboard.
Okay.
Yeah, so that one, it works out for them. It's just harder for them, with only 3 people when I saw them, to produce that same sound live, as they do not have pre-recorded stuff at their shows.
Which is a good thing.
Yes. Because most people, they'll have some pre-recorded sounds and stuff.
I've never heard of them.
Yeah.
Ever in my life. I generally don't like anything that comes out of Brantford.
Well, they're not too bad.
I mean, good for them, because there's nothing to do in Brantford. So, you got to do something to get out of there.
For them, they actually do have a somewhat energetic show. They're not just standing there. They're actually having fun, and they'll play around on stage.
So, which I love. I love it when people do that. The assumption is that they're kind of a punky, metal-ish kind of thing?
Not even close.
Okay.
I think they were trying to be more of like an alternative rock.
Okay, so it has my interest.
Yeah. They're more of an alternative rock. One of the ones I like on this one is, what was the name? Hot Mess.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of got it's just it has a little bit of a bounce to it, and it's a fun song to listen to. And if you listen to the words, it's probably more comical for you too.
Well, you said Hot Mess, and I automatically my brain went to something it could be, but
that's basically what it is.
Oh, nice! I would like that song. Then.
Yeah, so it's fun. They're not hard by any means. They're more of a lighthearted alternative rock. A lot of their influences are more alternative bands from the 90s.
Grunge?
They don't have much of a grunge feeling to them.
Good. Thank God for that.
Yeah. Her singing has actually improved.
Well, because she's good for her.
Yes. From the beginning, there was a few... I've actually written a couple things on my blog for them, and anything I've mentioned before, they must have seen because they corrected that stuff. Like when she's holding a note now, she actually holds the note instead of at the end. You normally have your voice go up or down at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, on like everything.
Oh, so she just holds tone better now.
Yeah, so...
Okay, well, yeah, so she's getting better.
Yes.
Good for her. I like it when people improve.
Yes, and even their playing is getting more... there's more to it now, so... They're getting to where they need to be, and if they keep using a producer when they're recording, they could be going places.
But that comes with growth too, right?
Yes.
Like your first album you're always better on your sixth album than you are on your first. Iron Maiden, for instance.
Yeah.
Metallica, I mentioned that you're better later than you were at the beginning.
It's just hard for them trying to get publicity right now.
Because they're from where they're from. It's hard to get any kind of traction.
Yeah.
In
Then I don't think they have actually. I don't think they've done any fun music videos or anything like that for themselves yet.
Because shit costs money.
No, like not even trying to do like a video shot with their phone. They haven't even tried something like that yet. That I've noticed. They've done like.
And you know what? Good.
Yeah.
Good. Because if they do shit like that, it means they're just trying to get YouTube famous. And no, don't do that. Like, if you're a band, you need to be a band. Don't be a band that got YouTube famous, because you're going to fizzle out in a year. Don't do that. Good for them. I like that, actually. So, are you going to leave these here so I can listen to them?
Yeah, I can leave them here. They're also on music platforms too, for anyone else. If anyone's actually listening to this, they can listen to them online too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I? Where online?
Spotify, or they have they got their Facebook too. So, but
I don't have Spotify, and I'm not gonna get it.
But they're on Spotify. I believe they're on Apple Music too.
Also, I don't have it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'll leave these albums here for you. You can listen to them. I'll let you.
Well, it's not like I'm going anywhere. They're called Ruby's Revenge.
Ruby's Revenge.
I'm just gonna see if I can find it on YouTube.
Yeah. They might have a couple things on there. I think they just have maybe a song posted. I know in Hamilton, they actually had Buzzkill released on the radio for one of their indie segments. I don't know if it still gets play on the radio, but it was released.
They have an official video. They have done a video.
Oh.
It's an official video.
Nice. Still improving. What song?
It's called Graffiti.
Oh, that's over here. That's on their first album.
Which I'm not going to play, obviously.
No. No, I had verbal agreement that I could play some of their stuff, but, being online, you need it in writing. So, if anyone wants to check them out on YouTube, or even better, you can check them out on Spotify. You can stream all of their albums, I believe, there. And if anyone has any other suggestions, let us know in the comments. I believe we'll have comments available on Acorn. If there's
So
any
you've
other
met
people.
these people? Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes. I've met them a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah, very friendly.
And rightfully so. Okay, I'm going to stop watching that because I actually want to hear it.
Okay. So we'll leave that there for today's show, or for this week's, or however often we do this. And hopefully we'll find some more new bands and new albums to talk about.
I got lots.
For next time. So thank you for listening, and hopefully we'll have you back for next time. Thanks. Bye.